original. This was made by the archaeologists to have an easier access from the bottom with ladders. The original entrance is from the top. Now you can see, in order to get to that hole, you have to walk that way and risk your life, I believe. That's why I don't see it like the library. I would see it like the cemetery for the books. That's why you put them, and that's it.
So it's that hole right there.
Yes, from the top.
They
From the
entered
top.
it from the top.
Yes.
Now,
So
someone
I even
said-
believe that maybe at some time they were shelves. They created shelves and put the first books, and then toward the end they just dropped them from the top, or lower them with rope, but they did not go there because we find the proof that some of the damage is all that the shelves eventually collapsed. And
They have evidence of shelves.
oh yeah,
pieces.
yes. You find on the walls. You find
Oh yeah.
these walls are very soft. You can understand that. Again, it's like dry mud. We call it the marl. Okay. So imagine the Dead Sea was as high as this mountain, and that was the bottom of the Dead Sea. So all that can you see these sedimentation? That is very horizontal lines. Over the time, sediments came down. That was millions of years ago.
Thousands.
Hundreds, okay?
I have heard that a little boy found these.
Was it two shepherds?
That's a legend. There are two shepherds, they are in their 20s, and they are not looking for a lost goat. They are actually looking for antiquities. That's what the Bedouins do today.
All it was looking for
They just say they were looking for a goat because they were afraid that they would be arrested for what they were doing. They say, oh, by mistake, we're looking for lost gold. They were in their 20s. And in their 20s.
So they just threw a rock and came up.
I believe that even they don't do that. They just were literally looking every nook and cranny in the desert, knowing that people have been living there. It could be a tomb. You can find things inside. You know, they were not looking for the scrolls. They did not know the scrolls had a value. They were looking for gold, coins, and silver, and they smashed almost all these jars because they thought they would find coins inside. Because that's called the hole. And that's what you find. So what they did, after some time they see there's no gold, what did they do? They say, okay, stop breaking the jars, we'll sell the jars. And we don't care about that gooey thing inside that smells bad. And they took it to the antique dealer in Bethlehem, and the guy who saw what was inside, he gave them $650. And they did, oh my God, we are rich. Only later when they heard and they were interviewed, when they heard that the value of the Dead Sea Scroll, they were claiming to everybody that they have been robbed. You know, the robber was being robbed, and so on. But they learned the lesson. The next scroll, they did not sell them for that thing. The whole tribe was looking for scrolls, and they understood another thing. Instead of selling a scroll, break it in pieces and sell it by the piece. So the damage was irreparable. But they understood that a tourist in the market in Jerusalem will pay for a piece of scroll many hundreds of dollars instead of selling one whole scroll for a couple of $1,000s. And so that also a lot of damage was done.
So what about those copper scrolls?
Sorry?
Copper scrolls. What else?
The only scroll that was not found by the archaeologists, by the Bedouins, it's a copper scroll. It was just like a piece of metal. Imagine a Coca-Cola can, crushed,
And it was found by
rusty, all together with the incrustation of I don't know, sand and
Right.
and limestone on it. Just looked like a piece of rusty metal in a corner. And so the archaeologists who are trained to check everything, including rusty metal or whatever, they took it, and then after opening it very carefully, they found it was a scroll that was smashed, made of copper with a list of treasures.
They're Bedouins.
So this one was found by the archaeologists who were excavating in the 50s. In the 50s, that was Jordan, not Israel, remember? It's the West Bank. And it is now in the Israel. That's the only one that is not in Israel.
Which museum?
Because, not the only one, but they were wrapped some of them with linen, and the linen was stinking. But that was a good thing because we could burn the linen to carbon date. Because in order to carbon date, you have to burn the material. You don't want to burn scrolls, so they burn the linen, and that's how they get the age.
What year was the latest one found?
All of them in the 50s. means 1947 it was found. Then, just a few years, you can see archaeological excavation in Egypt. They found a lot of fragments, the archaeologists. So there are thousands of fragments. But scrolls, more or less in good shape, were stolen by the Bedouin, sold, and eventually Israel put a hand on them and brought them back, and they are in the Israel Museum.
This all started in 1947.
47. Don't forget, 47 was the year of the declaration of the United Nations for the partition of Palestine. That means the establishment of Israel. You know, the United Nations had, it's a kind of coincidence you would say, that the United Nations had to decide to accept or not accept the request of the Jews to be recognized owner of that land based on something that is not normal, on a religious text, on the Bible. Only the Bible said to the Jews that they own the land. The Arabs say we don't care about the Bible, we have the Quran, it's not written there, so why do we care? And for all we know, the Jews and the Christians falsified all their holy books because they are wicked. That's why we have the Quran. And here, a Muslim and Arab find the oldest copy of the Dead Sea Scrolls before the Jews and the Christians have time to change it. It's like finding the contract to show the United Nations and the world that we are the owner. That's an amazing thing. 1947.
And Truman helped them, right?
And Truman and Fortsman. You're ready to take a look at this. That's what they did. There were two of them. Later, the whole tribe came. 40 in the 48. 47, exactly. 47. Okay, guys, we don't want to stay long, and we want to get to Jerusalem before it's night. We still have to be on a lot of stuff.